Hello and welcome everyone. I am your head coach at Homemade Method, Maddie Kuhn, and I'm joined today here with Susie. She's been a member for about 3 months. Go ahead and say hi, Susie.
Hi, everybody. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you. So today we get to dive into her story. She's been with us for just 3 months and she's had some amazing results. But first, let's dive into where you were at prior to joining the program. What were some of your health issues that you were dealing with?
Well, in general, I think I'm in pretty good health. I'm 75. I'll be 76 in October, but my doctors told me I was riddled with arthritis.
Mhm.
So I wasn't as agile, as free moving as I wanted to be. And sometimes my joints would hurt. I do a lot of screen time because I'm a writer and a researcher. And I think I was having trouble with carpal tunnel. And that's gone now. That's just totally gone in 3 months. I don't know if it's going to come back, but right now there's no pain.
Wow.
I have two artificial hips and two artificial shoulders. So that's taken care of, but I was having like going up and down stairs, knee problems. Don't have any knee problems anymore in just 3 months.
Wow.
I do have allergies, and the last 2 or 3 years, I've had a rough time in August. It's August now, and my allergies are almost non-existent. I don't know if it's attributed to what I'm eating, but I'm not going to question it because I'm happy with it. Let me see what else. I can't remember what I told you earlier.
That's okay. You had dealt with like things like COPD in your past
Yes. Yes.
and
I'm remarried, but my first husband was a heavy smoker.
hmm,
And I had second and third hand smoke for years. And I was diagnosed with asthma and then maybe 10, 15 years ago, COPD. Not so that I have to carry oxygen with me.
yeah.
It doesn't affect me on a daily basis unless my husband and we heat partially with wood and we will chop and split wood and stack it. Or if I'm going up and down the bank into the lake, I live on a lake, or if I'm climbing a mountain or a big hill, then
Yeah.
I might get out of breath. I don't get out of breath anymore. I haven't tried climbing a mountain, but I can
Not yet.
tell that my breathing is a whole lot easier and
Wow.
I'm sleeping better.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So let's talk about a few of the things that you had tried to navigate. Some of the different programs. What were you trying to help you, improve your health, like reducing inflammation and losing weight, prior to joining us here at Homemade?
Well, many years ago, I tried Weight Watchers. And even years before that, I tried Diet Workshop. I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
But most recently, during the beginning of COVID, I tried Noom. And I
Hmm.
did lose 26 pounds on Noom. It
Awesome.
took me about 5 months, but I lost about 26 pounds, which I thought was pretty good.
Yeah.
But I'm not one I had to find out what the red foods were and the yellow foods were and the green foods were. And I was counting points and that's just not my thing. I just did not stay with it. It
Yeah.
works, but I don't think it was a good fit for me.
Yeah.
And I went back to my regular eating
Yeah.
habits. And I think I was eating pretty good. I love fruits, I love vegetables, I love lean meats, but I also have I thought, an inconquerable sweet tooth. And ladies, I got to tell you, in 3 months, I do not have those sweet cravings anymore. I can't believe it. This is just a miracle. This is the big, big thing. No sweet cravings. Doesn't mean I don't like a sweet treat every now and then, but my cravings are totally gone. I think I'm the original chocoholic. Thought at one point I'd like to be pushed into a chocolate vat in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And that doesn't do anything to me now.
Yeah.
I appreciate chocolate, but I don't have to have it. My
Yeah.
whole relationship with food, especially sweets, has changed. I don't need it. It's a
Yeah.
nice treat every now and then, but I don't crave it. And to me, that is a miracle.
That is so
Um,
impressive.
I can't remember what your question was
That's
now.
okay. No worries. Let's dive into your results because
Okay.
you've already started sharing a little bit, and I just think they're so inspiring. So first and foremost, to go from like someone who needs sweets daily to someone who like, quite honestly could do without, or like you were just sharing the story of how you went out to lunch, I think today with
Hmm.
friends, and you got a beautiful salmon dish for
Hmm.
lunch. You were super satisfied. And then
With a salad. Yeah.
Yeah, the salmon and salad. And then the brownie, the indulgent brownie came out. What happened?
Well, one of our members in the group, there's 9 of us, and she was having an anniversary. So somebody else in the group ordered this real decadent, large chocolate brownie that was covered with ice cream and drizzled with sauce, and it had whipped cream piled on it. I mean, it was everything that,
The work.
somebody who loves sweets would love. So it went around the table once, and we each had our own spoon, and I took a spoonful. Oh, that's really sweet. It was good, but it was really sweet. Went around the second time, and I just passed on it. They tried to put it around a third time, and I said, I don't need it. I mean, it was nice to have the spoonful, and I was okay, which I would not have done 3 months ago. I might have eaten
Wow.
a third of it 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Um, it might just my whole relationship with food has changed, and I don't feel like I'm on a diet. I feel like it's a new eating for health, a new eating for health lifestyle.
Yeah. Your
And I
mindset's
and
totally shifted.
right, right. And the mindset is that if I feel good and if I want to continue feeling good, I need to keep eating like this. And I don't feel like I have to. It's because I want to. And that's a big change for me, a big change, because I
Yeah.
love food and I
Oh,
love
me too.
cooking and I love baking. And I'm
Wow.
just doing different things now and I love what I'm eating.
That's so important. It's so
I
important.
still won't eat mushrooms, but I'm working on them.
That's okay. I will never force you to eat a mushroom ever.
Like
Um,
eating an eraser. I don't know.
yeah, I think it's just so incredible because first and foremost, as a fellow person that loves to eat, I think
Mhm.
like being forced to eat something that tastes bad, like because
Mhm.
it's healthy, like feels like so demoralizing and like
Mhm.
just not what life is about. So I'm really, really grateful that you found us so you can continue to enjoy eating
That's
but in
right.
a way that like supports your health and helps you feel good. Because at the end of the day, if you're going to use that as your guide, what feels good, it's what's going to be the thing that heals your body.
Well, I posted this morning in the Facebook group that I had was eating was it chocolate covered? No, yeah, um,
Chocolate.
chocolate covered strawberry
Mm-hmm.
oatmeal or
Okay.
the
Yeah.
oats.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm eating it this morning because I knew I had a luncheon to go to, and I went, there's no way I can get through this. So I put it aside. And
Yeah.
then I went back later and looked at the recipe and realized I made it for two. And
Yeah.
I only ate half of it. And my body was telling me that's
Mm-hmm.
enough. And I listened to my body and I'm looking at it and saying, this is my breakfast. I'm supposed to eat it. My head saying I'm supposed to eat it. My body was saying, no, you don't. You've had enough. And sure enough, it was 2 portions and I had already eaten one and I was totally full. To
Yeah.
me, that speaks so well of the program
Yeah.
that we can listen to our body and our body will tell us what we need and
Yeah.
what we don't need.
Yeah. Well, it's the science of the hormones in your body that control hunger
Yeah.
and satiety at work here. You've worked hard to eat healthy and tune
Mhm.
into those natural cues, and those hormones have recalibrated, and they're now sending those signals properly to the rest of your body saying, "We're done. No, thank you. Like that's enough.
That's it.
Go on your day." And
That's it.
I'm so grateful that you've learned how to listen to those cues and you've provided a healthy foundation for them to function as they should.
Yeah.
It's really incredible how that can happen in the body because it's like the science behind it is so fascinating to me and to
Well, I've
see
never been
that work
taught
is
that before.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. There's two things that I love. The recipes are great, the people are great, but
Yeah.
the Facebook community of supporters and how we encourage each other and how we celebrate each other and how we identify with each other's challenges and disappointments and stresses, that is just so worth the money because I feel like I have my own cheering squad.
You
Like we
do.
spoke earlier, I feel like I'm a member of the what do we call it?
Sisterhood
Um,
of Trout,
yeah, the
Sisterhood
Sisterhood of the Shrinking Pants, not
of
the traveling pants, the
Yeah.
Sisterhood of the Shrinking Pants. And that's how I feel because I outgrew my underwear. I had to get smaller underwear. It was falling off of me. That is just a side benefit I did not expect. And I think I can't believe I'm here. I can't
Yeah,
imagine where I'm going to be 3 months from now.
I know.
Or when my granddaughter comes over from Australia at Christmas,
Oh,
how I'm going to look and how I'm going to feel. I can't wait.
yeah, it's gonna be such a beautiful reunion, and you're gonna
Mhm.
have so much energy, more mobility. Let's talk a little bit more about your results because I just think they're
Okay.
so incredible. You've lost almost 25 pounds now in 3 months.
24.8 pounds in 3 months.
That's
Well,
incredible.
3 months and 1 week, but 3 months.
That's fine. Yeah. How have you dropped? You said you've dropped sizes as well.
At one point I was wearing a 1X. I think I'm into a 14 now. Um, I don't think I've worn a 14 in probably 12 years,
That's
maybe more.
incredible.
Um, and I was doing well until I hit menopause. And after
Yeah,
menopause, the pounds just kind of packed on.
it's
And
not.
that was the second thing I love about this program is the what I'm learning about the science of how we're eating and our hormones and how it affects us. And in front of each recipe on my app, it says what's in the recipe and how it benefits my body. I
Yeah,
love that almost as much as, if not more than I love eating the recipe because it is teaching me these things that I'm going to have for life. So when the app's not near me, or I don't have a recipe handy, I feel very comfortable if I go away and I have to create my own. I know what I need to have the healthy fat and the vegetables and the protein. I know what to put together. And
yeah,
I didn't have that before. It was kind of hit or miss, and it's all laid out for you.
incredible. Yeah, I love those as well. Those are um a big part of the recipe building is teaching you
Mhm,
about how the food
mhm.
affects your body. It's so important to us to educate our members. So I'm so happy you enjoy those. A lot of time and energy
I
gets put
do.
into them. Yeah. Let's talk about your next result. You've significantly reduced your cholesterol.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
yeah.
Um, I have this thing for I love bakery. I loved bakery items. I still
Yes.
like them, but
Yeah.
I would crave them.
Hmm.
And my doctor told me, she says, your cholesterol is high. I was coming in at 330, and
Yes.
she wanted me between, I think, 50 and 150 or something. I got it down to, what did I have on the chart I sent you? 174
Yes. Your
from three
triglycerides were 330 and you got it down to 174
in 3 months.
in three
And I
months.
see her again at the end of October, and she said, you'll be well within range by then. The
Yeah.
A1C has changed a little. I didn't put that on there, but she said it'll be really down because I really wanted that down. And I had 3 out of my 4 other values were on the high side.
Yeah.
And now, right now, after 3 months, they're all in the normal range.
That's
So
incredible.
I can't remember the figures, you've got them in front of you, but I
Yeah.
just absolutely, she was gobsmacked, and she asked me how I was doing it. So I showed her the app and she wrote down the web address, and I hope she checks it out. Oh,
Yeah.
I have another success story. I
Yeah.
went for my teeth cleaning the other day,
Yeah.
and my hygienist came. She came in. I walked into her office, and she said, "Susie, you look great. You've lost weight." And I said, "Yes, I have." She said, "How'd you do it?" So I pulled out my app and I gave her the website and I told her what I was doing, and she
I
was
love it.
just so excited about it. So
Oh,
that's 2 more people who know about your program.
yeah, I love that. Thank you for sharing. It's so important because there's so many people that are in this situation, which, it's like they don't feel
Mhm,
well, they've got low energy, high
mhm.
cholesterol, high blood pressure, high blood sugars, they're overweight, and they feel terrible in their bodies. And they see you, you are so confident and vibrant, you feel amazing. You just told me you love what you see in the mirror before we had this interview, and that meant everything to me. And they see this and they're like, I want that. So,
Yeah.
how do I get it? And you're sharing it. I love it.
And for people who are struggling because they're not seeing the scale go down, before the scale went down, I felt it inside my body, and I
Mhm.
felt it in my energy level, and I could tell something was happening inside me before I saw it in the mirror and before I saw it on the scale. I knew something was changing. And it had a lot to do with the mindset and the education about what I was doing. And every time I take a bite now, it's not, oh, I shouldn't be eating this and feeling guilty. It's, I'm feeding my body. I'm nourishing me back to good health. I
Yeah.
have so much energy now. I care for my mom who's going to be 101 in December. And I'm her main caregiver, and it's a full-time job. Plus I do other stuff. But I would come home at night and I'd be exhausted. I come home at night now and I have quality time with my husband because I
Oh,
have energy.
how
That's a big thing
special.
for me.
That's a big thing for your relationship in general. Let's like,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's so important.
Absolutely.
I'm so grateful that you have the energy for that. And Like what a beautiful thing. I think for a lot of caregivers, which I know so many of our members are, it's like you
Mhm.
come in and you're just depleted because you're taking care of someone who's sick, who means so much to you, and that's
Right.
emotionally and physically draining. And to have the physical part like be somewhat elevated because you're nourishing your body, you just have more energy, you
Yeah.
have more bandwidth, your cup is fuller, and you feel like emotionally like you're taking care of yourself, you're
Yeah.
just able to give back so much more.
I have more to give her because I'm taking care of me, and that's
Absolutely.
important.
Yes. And more to give back to yourself too, which you deserve.
One of my philosophies in this program is you got to be kind to yourself, but baby steps, baby
Yes.
steps. And I
Yes.
see so many people writing in Facebook, they're overwhelmed. There's so much to learn and so much to do and so many recipes, and you don't have to do it all. Just choose. I love smoothies. Choose a smoothie or choose a simple salad or a lunch thing or an egg bake.
Yeah.
I brought mom 2 squares of that egg bake that I filled with vegetables. And she ate both of them. It was supposed to be for 2 meals, and she's 100, and she ate both of them. She loved it, and she asked me to make more. My
Oh,
husband, and I don't want him to hear me, my husband will not eat broccoli. You have no, I think I put a cup and a half of broccoli finely chopped up in this egg bake, and I asked him to try it. He loved it, and he had it for the next 2 days for breakfast. And he said, "What's in it?" And I said, "Oh, it's just tons of vegetables." And I feel almost dishonest, but he has no
no,
idea
it's
there was a
fine.
ton of broccoli in it, and he ate it. So I'm trying. I'm
You are,
trying.
you're doing it.
I'm
You're doing
not telling people to be devious, but
You know
it
what?
worked.
You are serving up nourishing food, and I think it's fine.
And it
Yeah,
was full of tons of vegetables.
it was. Yes. Oh man, well, it's been such a pleasure chatting with you today, Susie. Your story is so inspiring. And what you've
Oh,
been able to
thank you.
accomplish for your own health in 3 months is absolutely astounding. I think that you have just been so committed to healing your body, and your body was so ready for a change.
It was.
And it's been really beautiful to watch your journey. And I'm just so excited for you for these next coming months, right? You've got some big doctor's appointments coming up, and you've
Yeah.
got your family visiting from Australia over the holidays, and you are gonna just rock it. You're like the most epic grandma with energy, able to keep up with this sweet little grandchild that's gonna come visit. So I'm so excited for you.
Thank you. And my kids are happy too because they know that the older I get, someday they're going to be caring for me like I'm caring for
Yeah.
mom. And I don't want them to have to do that. I want to be independent and care for myself and not be, I don't want to say a
Burden.
burden, but not be an added responsibility because they
Yeah.
already have their plates full. And so I'm
Yes.
doing this for me, but for them too.
Yeah. I love that. That's
It's been a
incredible.
wonderful journey, and I'm going to get teary. I'm trying not to, but I don't know where I would be without the homemade method because the chefs and the coaches and Anna and Chef Lizzie and you and the dietitians and all the people who have shared their knowledge so freely. I'm a better person for it, and I'm learning how to take care of me. And it's
Oh,
time I took care of me. I'm 75 years old. I
yeah.
need to do this now.
Yeah. Ooh, you got me.
Yeah. But it's been a great blessing. And
Well,
hopefully I'll be able to stay with you for a long time.
yeah. Well, we're grateful to have you here, and you're welcome to be here as long as you want. So,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, Susie. I appreciate your time. And that is it.